Hello, welcome. I have today to show you this artillery wood cemetery, 1915 to 1918 in Belgium. Now, I believe that this in 1915 was actually part of no man's land here. We have down here, this is the location of where the first ever gas attack took place in April 1915. In this direction, approximately 4 kilometers as the crow flies, is the center of Ypres. And so this is part of the Ypres Salient, the northern part of the Ypres Salient. And so a bit of land is jutted out into German-held territory. So let's have a look inside this cemetery. And I can't take you around all the graves. Now, I know that sometimes people come on to my site and they think I might stop with the relatives or something like that. I'm unable realistically to go through every single grave, but I will have a look at one or two. I have to say, of course, that British cemeteries always are very well kept. This cemetery was started in 1917 for frontline burials. It was used after the armistice for reburials from the battlefield. Here we'll find 1,255 British, 30 Canadian, 5 Australian, 2 New Zealand, 1 South African, 10 Newfoundland, then Newfoundland wasn't put with the Canadians, and 4 unidentified soldiers. And as always, you see their name liveth forevermore. And we have the cross here, which we find in just about all of them. One person I will give a mention to, though, who was killed very close to here, one of the war poets. His grave is down here, and so there we have him, Effie Ledwidge, Royal Inniskillen Fusiliers, killed the 31st of July 1917, age of 29, so he was 1 month short of his 30th birthday. When I leave down this pipe, my friend, and sleep with flowers I loved apart, my song shall rise in wildling things whose roots are in my heart. And here, where that sweet poet sleeps, I hear the songs he left unsung, when the winds are fluttering the flowers and summer bells are rung. 1887 to 1917. And the location of where he was killed is actually, there's a flag down there, Irish flag, Irish volunteer, but nonetheless he joined up. And in Ireland it was voluntary only. There wasn't conscription. They talked of conscription during the crisis of March 1918 to be extended to Ireland. Winston Churchill, for example, was in favour of it, but it wasn't applied. Age 35, Irish Guards, age 35. Soldiers of the Great War. Now, people do come, they leave flags. There's the flags from Wales, for example, here. There's also 3 US flags here in this cemetery, which I noticed, but I'm not aware of there being any US service people here. In fact, this wasn't their area of the front, but there could have been Americans who signed up to join the British Army, which did happen. And at the back we have something which for me is quite poignant. We've got this place for the bees, and for me, I see the bees as representative of life. Because the bees who pollinate the flowers, who then the crops that we eat, and that gives us life. And I think that's a very nice little gesture. There, US flag there, one here. I mean, I don't know. I suspect somebody just left them, because on one US flag was left on an unknown grave, so they wouldn't know if that person were American or not. These graveyards are all over the place here in Flanders, and very well maintained, and very sad to think all this potential just lost, and for what? And so anyway, I'm doing a tour around now. If this is the sort of thing that interests you, you might want to subscribe. I also have a channel membership, which costs £5, €6, $6, and that'll give you access to more than 800 now members only videos. I'm doing a tour around the Ypres area, and then I want to make my way to Messines as well. And then I'm going south. I'm on my way. I've got to go now. I'm on one way to Stuttgart, but I've got to go to Heilbronn first, and I've got to prepare for a business event, and after that I've got to go to Stuttgart, where the business event is taking place. There is here, I mean, it'd be great to come here in the summer. There's so much to see, and so that I could really I could strongly recommend. I did a little tour around here in 2014, and that was the anniversary of the war, centenary, and so 11.5 years ago. And so it's places I visited then. You can see them on this channel. Similar sort of analysis. Maybe I've got a little bit better since then. One thing is curious here, because this is where the first poison gas attack took place, and I notice that there is something down here called the poison gas route, and what I'm now going to do is I'm going to see where it takes me and what they've actually got on it. But later I want to head towards Langemark. At Langemark, this is the Kindermord, the way when these German students and school kids came up against trained British professionals, although heavily outnumbered. The school kids were all shot down and wiped out by the professional British soldiers. However, it's a myth, and I have discussed this myth in other videos. I did a video on Adolf Hitler in First World War. I'll give a link, and in that I think I demonstrate absolutely clearly that it couldn't possibly have happened, because it would have, even if all the students and all the school kids who were in the army at the time were there at Langemark, it still wasn't enough to put them in the numbers that are often claimed. Anyway, thanks for watching, and all the best. And here's the memorial to the Irish poet, but you can see that in a different video. So now I'm going to follow this poison gas route. In fact, I'll demonstrate the poison gas route here, where it says it. We have actually a memorial down here in the corner as well to the French, the people from Brittany and Normandy who were caught in this attack in April 1915. Here we have the monument to Francis Ledwidge, who was killed here 31st July 1917, first battle of the Third Battle of Ypres. and Carrefour de Rose, so the place of the attack of April 1915. And so it says there, Western Front Way, Via Sacra, and there we have gift gas route. Now, whereas I can't speak Dutch, I sound enough to German to understand poison gas route. I'll have a look down here, see where this comes to. So thanks very much for watching, hope you found that interesting, and if you do, there's lots more on this channel from here. So all the best, bye for now.